on the diamond, or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Mom, can I have $1? Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet? There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
IHSA Network Basketball is presented by Country Financial. What's your idea of financial security? Visit countryfinancial.com and we'll help you achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from.
What an exciting finish for our third place game as we finish up and Illini Central takes the third place trophy. We'll talk to Jared Entwistle, who has had a very frustrating couple of days probably shooting, but you get those 2 free throws to finish it up.
Yeah, it was frustrating at some points at times, you know. Shooting shots weren't falling at some points, but, you know, coach here always tells me to keep shooting or just keep playing. He believes in me, I guess, so glad to have him as my coach.
You battled back and your teammates battled back from a couple of double-digit deficits. You saw this 2 days in a row. What was it like climbing out of those holes?
I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. It's frustrating sometimes, you know, out there, you know, we're just not playing, you know, sometimes to our capability, but, you know, we keep working hard, and Coach always tells us to finish strong, so he always reminds us to finish strong, so we're trying to finish strong and get back in games.
Well, 15-point effort. Congratulations, Jared, on finishing the season with a third-place trophy. John Giesler, you're not going to tell him to miss that free throw there at the end, are you?
No. We wanted the 3-point lead there, and just wanted to be aware of what the situation was after he got done shooting free throws, knowing whether he was up 2 or 3 or whatever. I knew he'd missed some earlier, but I knew he wasn't going to miss those 2. There was no way he's missing those 2.
Found your kids down 12 to Carrollton. They rallied back, fell short. Today, down 12 against North Shore. What did you tell them in trying to rally them this time?
Just to keep playing. That's and I've told them, you know, hey, we've been through this before. You know what to do. Just get out there and play, and just keep reminding them it's defense that turns the game around. And I thought our defense turned it around there at the end of the third quarter. Got some turnovers and got the game turned in our favor.
You've been coaching a long time. It's nice to end a season with a win, isn't it?
Never have done it before, so it's great. It's great.
Well, congratulations, Coach, on your third-place trophy, and maybe we'll see you next year.
We'd like that.
Okay,
Thank you.
Very good. John Giesler, who started 4 juniors, so the possibility of that is very much in play with Illini Central getting the 3-point win over North Shore, taking the third-place trophy. Our Class 1A state championship game, Carrollton and Woodlawn, is coming up next here on the IHSA Television Network.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
full day of basketball, one game in the books. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us here on the IHSA Television Network. Really interesting and fun finish for the Illini Central Cougars, who are Cougar crazy and now have a third-place trophy. And North Shore heads home for their first trophy in school history, coming off a golf state championship earlier in the fall. We have a fabulous Class 1A state title game coming up next, Carrollton and Woodlawn, and we're going to talk with both coaches coming up next.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
I'm a family farmer.
My family farms too. I'm making sure the food I grow is safe for my family.
And for yours.
I don't cut corners. It wouldn't be right.
But family farmers haven't talked to you lately.
We'd like to talk with you now.
We know you have questions about how we raise your food.
Treat our animals.
And protect the environment.
Join a conversation at watchusgrow.org.
A conversation with the farm families of Illinois.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. Now, we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm going to feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
As we get set for our Class 1A state championship game, we talked to a head coach who's been here before in 2009 with his Woodlawn Cardinals, Shane Witzel. What did you tell your team? These kids were freshmen, but none of them on the roster then. How do you get these kids prepared for a state championship atmosphere?
Right, well, you just try to approach this like you do every other game. Obviously, it's not playing for a state championship, but the one thing we've always talked about all year long is have fun, and that's not any different here this weekend. Every time they leave the huddle, that's the one thing I say is have fun. So the prep's the same. The way we go about getting ready for the team we're getting ready to play is exactly the same, although everything around you is different. We're going to be aggressive, we're going to be confident, we're going to attack, and we fully expect to try to play well and try to come out of here with a win.
Off to a hot start yesterday, shot well from the perimeter. They look comfortable and relaxed, maybe attacking and getting off to that good start, something you focused on as well?
Well, you obviously, every team wants to get off to a good start and kind of get your confidence going, particularly in a magnitude of this game here. You'd like to get a couple shots down early to kind of get into the flow somewhat. And our kids are ready and excited about the opportunity and the challenge.
All right, Coach, well, good luck. And we'll see if you come out with a state championship.
Thank you.
Be the first time for Woodlawn if they do win today. Second place trophy in 2009, a third place trophy a year ago, so they have one on Saturday. We'll see if they can win the title next, and we'll talk with the Carrollton head coach coming up.
Grandpa!
There he is.
I love staying here. How long have you lived here?
A long time. You know, your mother grew up here.
I'm gonna have a house like this when I grow up.
I hope so, buddy. I hope so.
For the first time in generations, the dream of home ownership is being threatened. Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors, are here to represent you and protect home ownership.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m., followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
That's low. That's low. That's low. Look, he's blushing.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Our Class 1A state championship game coming up here. Carrollton head coach Jeff Croomwitty, many of your former players are here today to support you.
Wanted to get that picture made. That's going to be one of my most precious memories.
What is it like being in the state championship game? And for these kids, they've been in a baseball state championship game very recently, 7 of your guys. Are you drawing on that at all?
I'm having them tell me how to act and what to feel because they've already been there. 6 of them have. And so that's going to be a big positive for us, but they're going to try to help me through this, yes.
How do you stop the experience of Woodlawn? They shot very well to start things off. They played on this floor before. What do you expect from them?
Well, I expect them to be very good as they were yesterday, but I'm hoping that our defensive pressure will cause them to maybe miss a shot or two and we'll be able to rebound, and that's been our strength all year.
Okay, Coach, good luck in the state championship game. Head coach Jeff Croomwitty of Carrollton and the Hawks. Their teams have played in state championship atmospheres before. The football team was awfully good in 1999. The girls basketball team, a long stretch of good basketball with 2 state titles 12 years ago. We'll see if the boys can add some hardware coming up.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
The following is a presentation of the IHSA television network. Someone today will make history. Woodlawn and Carrollton, 2 towns without a state championship. Christian Hollenkamp hopes to change that, and Joey Coonrod's free throws give the Hawks an opportunity for their first state championship. 2 teams, 1 title. America's original March Madness next. A battle of top 10 teams in the state championship in Class 1A, 2 towns separated by 120 miles, and we know that the state championship in Class 1A is headed south towards the St. Louis area. Hi everyone, welcome into our broadcast. Matt Rodewald with you here at Carver Arena as we get set for our Class 1A title game. Good 3rd place game. We'll see if that means we have a good state championship game coming up. And for the call, let's send it over to Lee Hall and Greg Sterick with all the action. Gentlemen.
All right, Matt Rodewald, thank you very much, and we are looking forward to this one. A couple of top 10 teams. Greg Sterick coming into this one, and it was interesting Thursday at the shoot-arounds and the practices. Jeff Crumweedy was sitting talking to me, and Shane Witzel came up and they greeted each other. These 2 guys know each other, and Witzel congratulated Crumweedy on being here, and Crumweedy says, yeah, now don't spoil it for me. So you got a couple of guys that know each other pretty well and know each other's tendencies and styles coming into this game.
Well, they may be friends, but they still want to come away with a championship. But both these ball clubs are very solid ball clubs. They were very good in yesterday's ball game. Woodlawn brings back 3 starters from a year ago when they finished 3rd in the state championship. And of course, when you look at Carrollton, they've got a tremendous player in Joey Coonrod.
Let's take a look at A.J. Webb. He was the leading scorer and one of those 3 returning starters for Woodlawn.
Well, he was tremendous in the ball game yesterday. 21 points, 7 of 9 field goals, 2 of 2 threes, and 5 of 8 free throws. And he's also their best defender. He was tremendous in the game yesterday.
And on the other side is Joey Coonrod. He made the 2 big free throws to give Carrollton the win yesterday.
Well, he was just as good. He was tremendous for his ball club also. He's a tremendous scorer. He gets 14 points per ball game, but yesterday he was special. 15 points and 11 rebounds.
When you look at this game, what do you see as key to this ball game?
Well, I think it's how well one of these ball clubs gets out. I think the start is very important in the ball game. Woodlawn's start yesterday was tremendous, and Carrollton's start was very good yesterday in the ball game. So I think whichever ball club can really get out and get some things going early in the ball game, I think the 3-point shot by Woodlawn will be very important and key in the basketball game. Carrollton is solid on the glass. They're a very good rebounding basketball team, and if you're Woodlawn, you want to keep Hollenkamp on the floor. You don't want him to get in foul problems. And on the other side of the ledger, Coonrod must stay out of foul problems if Carrollton expects to win.
Illini Central, the comeback win for our 3rd place trophy. Woodlawn and Carrollton playing for #1 in 1A. Coming up tonight at 6:30, Rockford Lutheran and Seton Academy tip it off, and Breeze Central goes against U-High out of Normal, Illinois. The Pioneers coming up tonight here on the IHSA TV network. Christian Hollenkamp, 16 points a game. He's the leading scorer for the Cardinals. They come into this ball game 28-5. They average 66 points per game. That's 6 more than last year's team that came to state.
Well, they're a very good, solid basketball team. A little different look this year. They're more of a perimeter basketball team this year, the Woodland Cardinals.
Let's go to Paul Herzog for today's starting lineups.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. On behalf of the Illinois High School Association and the City of Peoria, welcome to Carver Arena for America's original March Madness. Today's 1A championship game in 2012 features the Hawks of Carrollton, a record of 30-4, and the Woodland Cardinals, a record of 28-5. Now to honor America. Please stand, remove your caps, and pause for a moment of silence as we remember the men and women of the armed forces serving us here and around the world, away from their families, protecting our freedom. Thank you, as we thank them. Now please address the flag with your hand over your heart as Anna Novotny, a senior at Caneland High School, leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now let's meet the starting lineups for this championship contest. At a forward for Carrollton, 6'2" junior, number 15, Jordan Parr. At a forward for Woodlawn, a 6'5" senior, number 30, Christian Hollenkamp. Another forward for the Hawks, a 6'2" senior, 25, Tyler Watson. Another forward for the Cardinals, a 6' junior, 33, Chris Harlow. Third forward for Carrollton, a 6'5" senior, 43, Cody Kraut. At a guard for Woodland, 5'11" senior, A.J. Webb. And a guard for the Hawks, a 5'6" senior, 24, Mike Fraley. And a guard for the Cardinals, a 6'5" junior, 22, Gabe Owens. The other guard for Carrollton, a 6'2" senior, 41, Joey Coonrod. The third guard for Woodlawn, a 5'11" sophomore, 31, Jason Hickman. Head coach for Carrollton is 18 years at the school, a record of 363 and 161 is Jeff Crumweedy. Head coach for Woodlawn, 16 years for the Cardinals, a record of 339 and 132, Shane Witzel.
And here's our officials for today's 1A state championship. John McAvoy, Bob Engel, Doug Strom calling the action as Woodlawn faces Carrollton. One of them will win their first state championship when we come back.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
IHSA Network Basketball is presented by Country Financial. What's your idea of financial security? Visit countryfinancial.com and we'll help you achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from.
We're just about ready to get things started here. Shane Witzel, his 16th season, 5 straight regional titles for the Woodlawn Cardinals. Ranked 10th in the final AP poll. Number 7, Carrollton, led by Jeff Crumweedy. 5 consecutive seasons with 20 or more wins. A lot of success, no state championships, not in basketball. One of them will come home with their first ever state championship basketball trophy for boys. Woodlawn wins the opening tip. Their third trip to state in the last 4 years. They've got a couple of trophies to show for it.
Carrollton, the man-to-man defense to open the ball game. They really pressure out on the perimeter.
3 returning starters, as we mentioned, for Woodlawn from last year's third place winner.
Coonrod matched up against Gabe Owens, number 22 for Woodlawn.
Jason Hateman will try the 3.
Hateman got a good look at the 3.
Driving to the hole and drawing the foul is Mike Fraley.
Fraley only 5'6", had a pretty good ball game yesterday. Had 5 points in their win yesterday, and even got 2 rebounds. So Fraley at their line to shoot 2.
Coaches call him the Berdan Bomber. He's from Berdan, Illinois. Population 25. Salute.
Well, when you talk about Carrollton, they only have, what, 12 basketball players in the whole program. And talking to their coach, the visit I had with him, he said, thank goodness we got 11 8th graders.
Absolutely. Help is on the way. Carrollton leads it 2-0. Owens with it at the top of the key. Not a lot of room for him, but an open 3 look for Harlow. Cardinals missed their first 2 shots. Carrollton a couple of free throws for the early lead in our 1A state championship game. Lee Hall, Greg Sterrick, Matt Rodewald with you here from Carver Arena in downtown Peoria.
Good back cut that time by Coonrod. Nice back cut that time by Coonrod, the top player on Carrollton's ball club. Averages 14 and gets 10 rebounds per ball game. Gets his first 2-pointer of this ball game.
Second team All-Stater gives Carrollton a 4-0 lead. Jumper for Harlow is no good, but he'll go to the line. So the guys that normally score a lot have gotten the early shot opportunities for Woodlawn.
Yeah, when you think back to the ball game yesterday, the 3 starters returning, they scored 51 of the 62 points. Speaking of Webb, Hollenkamp, and Owens in the ball game yesterday.
Tyler Watson whistled for the foul there as Chris Harlow makes the free throw, just a 53% free thrower on the year. 6-foot junior rattles in the second. They go inside to Kraut, and a whistle on, is it Hollenkamp or Hateman who gets the whistle there?
Good look on the inside, just a nice lob pass. They go inside to Kraut, the big fellow on the inside, and he was pushed from behind. At 6'5", 200 pounds, it's going to be difficult for Woodlawn to check on the inside. Hateman checks out. 2 personal fouls already in the ball game for Hateman. Nice skip pass over the top to find Coonrod. Woodlawn man-to-man defense.
Coonrod, tough shot, but he drills it.
Oh, going to the left. What a nice job turning quickly and squaring the shoulders to knock down the mid-range jumper.
Coonrod 15 points, 11 boards, but 7 turnovers in yesterday's ball game. It was his 12th double-double of the year. Inside Webb, the leading scorer yesterday, wanted a foul. Hard takes it in the lane. Gets his own miss. Can't get it to go that time either.
Hollenkamp finally cleans up on the rebound. And already here early in the ball game, Carrollton Ball Club, their strength and their size is a little difficult for Woodlawn to deal with.
Hollenkamp for 3. Christian Hollenkamp, 16 points a game. 36 threes coming into the action at Carver Arena this weekend. He makes it a 1-point game. Owens the other way now. Spins into the lane and hits. Gabe Owens just under 16 points a game for the Cardinals. Woodlawn takes its first lead. Crowd tries to battle through the double team and can't. Goes to the floor to get the ball, but throws it to A.J. Webb. Harlow drives baseline, and it'll be the second personal foul on Tyler Watson. So Watson and Hateman with 2 quick fouls.
A nice drive there by Harlow along that baseline area. Watson thought he was there, didn't get there in time, and the charging was a block and not a charge.
1 point game as we go to break. The 1A state championship on the line here in Peoria.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m. Followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Back at Carver Arena, Jeff Crumweedy used a little inspiration this week for his team as he showed them the film Hoosiers.
Yes, it's been a few years since we've done it, but thought it was appropriate, and someone suggested that we do it again, and I thought it was a good idea. We had some free time, and it really worked out well. They paid attention. They watched the movie from start to finish, and I was really impressed.
Yeah, it affected them all right. They were all yelling hickory at each other here on the floor during Thursday's shoot-around, and one of the assistant coaches measured the baskets just like they did in the film, just to make sure they're 10 feet, just to show the kids that no matter where you're playing, it's the same game, supposedly.
Yeah, it was nice to see them go out there, and they wanted the tape measure, they wanted the ladder, they wanted it all, and every one of them had to look up there at that rim, and it seemed like the results were the same. It was 10 foot.
I know when we did a Bradley game over there years ago at Butler at the old field house.
At Hinkle.
And I drilled the Joey Chitwood shot. I had to do it.
How long did that take you?
I'd rather not say.
12 or 15 shots.
I got it done before the actual game. A lot more than it would have taken you, I know.
You know, it took 15 takes to get that shot, right?
Well, there you go. I could have been in the film.
That's not an easy shot to make, so don't feel bad.
Thanks, Matt Rodewald. I appreciate that.
Another basket by Coonrod.
Gabe Owens looks for his first points of the afternoon. Hollenkamp follows. Carrollton an 8-7 lead. Here comes Owens as the Hawks fail to score on another possession. Webb for 3. Oh, man. Almost NBA range out there for A.J. Webb, the 5'11 senior.
Yeah, he's got a nice stroke to left-hander, and he can shoot that 3-ball pretty deep. He's drawing the assignment of checking Coonrod, too. Woodlawn man-to-man defense.
Palin, the freshman, into the ball game now. He's called for traveling. He didn't want to pick up the ball. It looked like it got deflected, but it must not have, because he didn't. He knew if he touched it, it was going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, he was hoping he was going to buy a little time there, and Jordan Harr was going to slip over there and pick it up, but he didn't know that that Palin couldn't grab the ball. And Gabe Owens picks up his dribble.
Third turnover for the Hawks. They're fairly right up in Hollenkamp's grill.
I think Hollenkamp would like to attack that if Fraley was going to try and check Hollenkamp, because Fraley it was a mismatch, and Fraley at about 5'6". Normally he's going to check Chris Harlow.
2 minutes to go here in the first. Woodlawn the 2-point lead. Owen spins into the lane, bounces, won't go. Rout the rebound. Fraley the baseline jumper.
The rebound by Hollenkamp, doing a nice job on the glass. 4 rebounds already in the ball game for Hollenkamp.
He averages just about 6 a game for Woodlawn. Gabe Owens for 3. Palin gets the rebound quickly ahead to Fraley, blocked by Hollenkamp. He had 3 blocks in yesterday's win.
Good hustle play that time by Hollenkamp to get back, be a factor in the play with a block shot.
1 minute to go here in the first. Carrollton trails Woodlawn 10-8. Harlow, fall-away jumper won't go.
Woodlawn getting some shots, Lee, but only 3 of 12, 2 of 7 shooting a 3.
Fraley tries a 3 and drains it. Number 32 on the year for Mike Fraley. He gives his team a 1-point lead. 5 points for Fraley. The Berdan bomber strikes. Hollenkamp one-hand fall away, tough shot. Luke Palin, the freshman, will slow it down a little bit. Carrollton will hold for 1, leading by 1.
Let me guess who may try and make this play. You think somehow Joey Coonrod might be involved in this play?
I think you're right. He gives it to Palin, who shoots the 3. Coonrod follows and scores! Joey Coonrod could run for mayor in Carrollton maybe after this weekend. Follows it up, little lefty scoop, and it's a 3-point Carrollton lead after 1 quarter.
And they get a nice look, and right there's Coonrod right there. Takes it to the basket. A good job by Coonrod, and a shot by Owens for the Woodlawn Cardinals.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job? How come
insurance companies tell me how much I can save
before they even know what I need?
How
come nobody gives me a financial plan?
I can understand.
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning and insurance.
No kidding.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Hungry?
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Carrollton in front here as we have our Class 1A state championship game heading into the second quarter. We're going to stop talking basketball. I promised you that I wouldn't ask you about basketball. This is Reagan Witzel, freshman cheerleader and daughter of Shane Witzel, the head coach. He's got to be a mess at home, right?
Not really.
No?
He's really calm.
Is it fun for you to be a part of this? This has to be great.
Yeah, I've looked forward to this my whole life. I've always wanted to cheer for my dad, so it's really exciting.
Well, this experience of being able to share it with all of your friends and being out on this floor has to just be amazing.
Yeah, it is. I really like it. It's fun.
We'll let you get back to your job. You're doing some work too, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let her go and get back to cheering for the Woodlawn Cardinals. Hopefully a state championship will be heading home.
All right, Matt Rodewald, we're going to have to do point-counterpoint because Jeff Crumweedy's daughter, Hannah, is a manager for Carrollton. Now, she's not allowed to sit on the bench because you have to be a high schooler to sit on the bench down here, but maybe we can get her point of view. She's a little 6th grade basketball player who, according to her father, has never met a shot she didn't like. Kind of like my partner here.
Thank you. Thank you.
At least that's what I'm told.
Carrollton with a 3-point lead, and when you look at numbers after the first quarter, Woodlawn should be happy to be only trailing by 3 points. They were only 3 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 7 from the 3-point line, and in the rebound department, Carrollton a big advantage, 11-5.
It's actually in our Webb shot rattles in. How about that? A.J. Webb, 21 points yesterday. He was 7 of 9 from the floor. It was very quality shots for him, too. Coonrod for 3.
He's got a nice stroke from the outside. He can beat you off the bounce. He's got the all-around game. Tremendous in the ball game yesterday in their win. Crucial free throws down the stretch to seal the deal for Carrollton.
We didn't get a chance to talk to John Giesler's daughter, the Illini Central coach. She's a cheerleader as well. So a lot of family ties here in IHSA basketball. How many total inductees from the IHSA are in the NFHS Hall of Fame? That is our Realtor.com trivia question for our championship game. We'll have the answer for you coming up second half. Hollenkamp for 3. Made his first one. That one's a little long. Fraley in transition. Boy, he got outran the floor well.
For a little guy, he can really get out and make things happen for the Hawks, and he was in the open floor. A good finish that time by Mike Fraley.
He's one of the 7 Hawks players who won a state championship in baseball at O'Brien Field here in Peoria last spring. Gabe Owens for 3. Battling inside for the rebound. Woodlawn. Jake Robinson got a hand on it. Matt Kennedy also in there for Woodlawn.
One of my concerns for Woodlawn coming into the ballgame is whether or not they could battle and get anything done on the glass. And so far early in this ballgame, Carrollton with a huge edge in the rebound department. Look at Carrollton's ball club when they go 6'5", 6'2", 6'2", and all these guys are put together pretty good. They're very strong, very physical.
You can see they do a lot of weight room work. Hollenkamp rattles in the 3. He's got 6. He makes it a 3-point game. Coonrod for 3. It goes. There's a whistle after the bucket. The bucket will count. There's a whistle inside. We'll see who was called for the foul. I believe it's going to be against Carrollton.
Palin, a quick look right there as Coonrod kind of curls off of a screen, squares the shoulders again nicely, and bangs in the 3-point shot. Carrollton now with a 6-point lead. Coonrod's kind of caught fire here and making that outside jumper look pretty easy here in the first and second quarter.
Yeah, only 30% from behind the arc this season. He had 21 makes on the entire season. Coming into this ball game, he's made a couple here in the second quarter. Woodlawn up 6, but Hart turns it over.
Yeah, got in a hurry on the play, a little bit in a hurry. Carrollton doing a nice job, though, pushing the ball up the floor quickly, trying to get back before Woodlawn can get set in their man-to-man defense. Jordan Hars drawing the assignment of checking Hollenkamp, and even though he's got a couple threes, I think he's doing a pretty nice job on it.
That's Matt Kennedy. 6-foot junior for Woodlawn. The Hawks turn it over. Woodlawn can make it a 2-point game. A 3 would cut the lead to 1. Patience for Woodlawn this trip. Third here a year ago, second in 2009. They lost that championship game to Macon Meridian. Hollenkamp puts it on the floor and scores. Well, he can hit threes. He can create his own shot.
Well, that was a nice play that time by Hollenkamp. Going left, he's a right-hander, but still was able to knock the shot down.
Coonrod for three.
These two ball clubs both very, very well coached, and they're very good on the defensive end.
Quickly down the floor to Fraley. And Webb with the foul.
Woodlawn's done a nice job in being able to convert off of turnovers. They've gotten 7 points off of Carrollton's turnovers here in the ballgame. You see Fraley takes it to the basket nicely, able to beat Webb on the drive, and then Webb picks up the personal foul. Fraley very active here in the ballgame on the offensive end.
He's got 8 points. Fraley's a kid who waited his turn, according to Jeff Crumwade. He spent 3 years on the JV. And here he is as a senior. He's got 9 and gives Carrollton a 4-point lead going to break. Hollenkamp firing from in the lane.
Boom! Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm #1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm #1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I think Coach does a great job, like building up the younger players to fill in their role for the upcoming years, and he gets them all prepared and ready for the big show.
And they are used to being in the big show on the big stage. Third trip to state in the last 4 years. This team lost 2,000 points when Dawson Verhines and Josh Wiggs graduated. They're playing college ball. Woodlawn's still coming to state, Greg.
Well, it's a different ball club than they were a year ago. They were really dominant on the inside with Josh Wiggs and, of course, Verhines on the outside. Shane Witzel making some changes, had 3 starters coming back. This is really a perimeter ball club that lives and dies on a 3-point shot. They're down by 4, and they're only 3 of 10 shooting a 3 here.
Hollenkamp creates. That was a little short. Kraut misses it. Hollenkamp with the rebound. He injured his ankle the week before state last year in practice. Last 5 minutes of practice. Still managed to score 7 against DMAC in the 3rd place game. That's Christian Hollenkamp, who just fired that pass over to Jason Hateman, who drains the 3, his 18th of the year.
Yeah, there's that 3 ball. They look to put up that 3 anytime they can. They're just a good shooting ball club from 3-point range.
Hateman makes it a 1-point game. Just over 3 minutes to go, first half. Inside Kraut, can't hang on. But it'll be Carrollton ball.
Just a spot up 3 right there by Jason Hateman, 5'11" sophomore. Had 3 points in the ball game yesterday, but when he spots up, he can knock down that 3.
Jordan Haar, a little jump step in the lane for the bucket. He's got 4 points.
Oh, he got to the basket quick.
Quite an athletic play for the junior captain. Gabe Owens' three is off the mark. He was a three-point champ as a freshman.
Yeah,
three-point shootout.
Struggled though from three-point range here in this ball game. 0 of 4 and only 1 of 6.
The freshman Palin off the dribble. A.J. Webb slow to get up for Woodlawn. Carrollton leads it by 3 here. They led Illini Central by 12 in the semifinals yesterday, only to see that lead disappear as Palin gets the block. All 5'9", 145 of him.
Well, a good block by Palin. Good. It was really a nice pass and a good cut on the play to get it to Hateman, but Palin didn't want any part of that, and the little guy makes a good block.
Getting open down low is Chris Harlow.
Yeah, another good look on the inside. Woodlawn now attacking on the inside. Harlow a good basket after a feed by A.J. Webb.
6 players have now scored for Woodlawn. Coonrod's three is off the mark. Woodlawn can take a lead here. Harlow was open briefly. Hateman instead from the outside, and the 3 ball going in for Woodlawn.
Yeah, what a difference it makes when you start knocking down those threes. This is a ball club that relies on three-point shooting. Now 5 of 13 shooting the 3.
Woodlawn leads it now by 2. Fraley will try a 3. That's just a little short. Coonrod, the rebound, swatted out of there by Hollenkamp. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. Patience for the Hawks. Set a school record with their 30th win yesterday. Hard puts it on the floor, takes it to the hoop, gets his own rebound, follows it up, and ties this ball game.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Hard got to the basket way too easily on that play. Woodlawn was his own defense on that possession, and Hart was able just to drive it right to the rim.
Final seconds, first half. 1A state championship on the line here. Hollenkamp for 3. Gave it a little extra oomph. Coonrod from half court. Hollenkamp with his 3rd 3 of the game, and it's a 3-point Woodlawn lead here as we go to halftime at Carver Arena. The 1A state championship on the line, and it's Woodlawn on target from outside.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school. life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Woodlawn with a 30-27 lead here in the championship game of Class 1A. Woodlawn, the Cardinals, finishing third place a year ago. And it's time to award the third and fourth place trophies in Class 1A. And we head to the public address announcer, Paul Herzog, for the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the third and fourth place team and individual awards for the 2012 1A IHSA State Basketball Tournament. Presenting medallions will be members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending today's game. They are Dr. Michael Gardner, Frankfort Linkaway North, James Boyd, Port Byron Riverdale, Ron Connor of Clinton, Division 5, Dr. Chuck Nagel of East Peoria, Division 6, Jim Woodward, Anna Jonesboro, Division 7, and the treasurer, Greg Bradley of Mount Zion. Presenting medallions will be Dr. Gardner and Dr. Nagel. At this time, we will meet the Raiders of Winnetka North Shore Country Day, who finish in fourth place in 1A with a record of 19-6. Let's meet the superintendent of Country Day, Tom Dorr. Athletic Director, Patrick McHugh. Trainer, Katie Benning.
Thanks a lot. I always wanted to do that.
Head coach, Rashid Smith.
Hi, thank you. Thank you.
Assistant coach, Matt Stennis.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Manager, Ethan Timmons Schiffman. And now the Raider players. 0, Jamie Swimmer. 2, Cameron Chung. 4, Theodore Airy. 21, Timothy Moret. 22, Jake Bruce. 23, Austin Curran. 24, Riley Hall. 30, Michael Jaharis. 42, Matthew Toohey. 44, Ian Meyer. And 54, Floris Hunman, the Raiders of North Shore Country Day. Presenting medallions to the third place team will be Ron Connor, assisted by Jim Boyd. Let's meet the Cougars of Mason City, Illini Central. Third place in 1A, a record of 18-13. Let's meet the superintendent of Illini Central, Lori Harrison. Principal, Ed Jadlowski. Assistant Principal, Chris Snyder. Athletic Trainer, Steve Proctor. Head Coach, John Giesler. Assistant Coach, Tony Worley. Assistant Coach, Scott Francis. Assistant Coach, Elliot Herman.
Congratulations. Hey to your family.
Scorekeeper, Nathan List. Manager, Jordan Lynn. Manager, Colin Price. Manager, Matt Plackett. Videographer, Dylan Hall. And now the Cougar players, number 4, Seth Kirby. 11, Derek Himmel. 13, Connor Martin. 14, Jared Entwistle. 20, Jesse Thompson. 21, Ian Albers. 23, Justin Anke. 25, Noah Kirby. 33, Grant Bale. 35, Jordan Bradshaw. 51, Dylan List. 53, Duncan McClure. And 55, Zach Harmon. The Cougars of Mason City Illini Central, third place in 1A 2012. Presenting the fourth place trophy will be Greg Bradley. Will Coach Smith and the captains of Country Day please step forward and receive the fourth place trophy.
Congratulations, fellas. Thank you. Hold it, it's heavy. Hold the other way on. It's heavy. Face your crowd. Face your crowd. Hold it this way. There we go, yeah.
Congratulations. And now will Coach Giesler and the captains of Illini Central please step forward and receive the third place from Jim Woodward. Congratulations to the Cougars, third place, 2012 1A.
For the folks in Mason City, very proud of their their third place trophy. Coming back home, Illini Central winning the first ever trophy in boys basketball for North Shore Country Day. It should be noted that their counterpart in Winnetka, New Trier, hasn't won any sort of trophy in basketball since 2002, so they'll be the ones holding the trophy this year for fourth place. So congratulations to the Raiders and to the Cougars, and we still have more trophies to hand out, like a state championship, the Class 1A title game with Woodlawn in front, 30-27. We'll be back with the second half right here on the IHSA Television Network.
There he is.
I love staying here. How long have you lived here?
A long time. You know, your mother grew up here.
I'm gonna have a house like this when I grow up.
I hope so, buddy. I hope so.
For the first time in generations, the dream of home ownership is being threatened. Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors, are here to represent you and protect home ownership.
Life's this hard? It's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Nice. Yes, go! Yes! No! Come on!
Oops.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
IHSA Network Halftime is presented by Realtor.com. Realtor.com's real estate search app makes researching neighborhoods and finding homes for sale easy. Download it for your smartphone in your market or at Realtor.com/mobile. 3-point lead for Woodlawn here in the state championship game. Shane Witzel, that big three there at the end helps momentum into the halftime.
Yeah, definitely so. It's a big shot. It's important for us to get some looks there because of the way they're guarding us. And Jason Hateman stepped up and hit some big shots right there when they were helping off on Christian Summit, and that was huge. We didn't shoot it well early, but we guarded. We kind of kept ourselves there in the game, and 41 hit some big shots for them from the perimeter. And, we need to be a little bit better defensively, but I feel like that we're fighting for rebounds pretty good, and we're taking care of the ball.
Okay, Coach, good luck in the second half. Head coach Shane Witzel of Woodlawn. We'll talk to Carrollton head coach Jeff Crudy coming up. Yes. Can you do me a favor?
I'm Donna Jeske, a fourth-generation farmer from Mazan, Illinois. Family farmers like me are a lot like you, but we still have to earn your trust every day, growing the best and safest food we can raise and protecting the world we live in. All of that makes me a lot like you, and a lot like the 94% of Illinois farmers who are family farmers.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flatten my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up
to play 60!
If your school doesn't have a program, be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
3-point deficit for Carrollton as we head to the second half. Jeff Crumwitty, what do you do to take control of this one?
Well, we've got to hope they don't shoot quite as well from beyond the arc, and they're continuing to do that like they did yesterday. I think they were 6 of 14 or something, and so we've got to try to, some of those that are rattling in and back in again and out, we got to make sure that we get those under control and we rebound better. But I think we played a great first half. I really do. I thought we played real well. They just hit more threes than we did.
Okay, Coach, good luck in the second half. Thank you for your time. Jeff Crumwitty of Carrollton. Gentlemen.
All right, Matt Rodewald, thank you very much. Yeah, 6 threes for Carrollton check that for Woodlawn, only 3 for Carrollton. And while Woodlawn was hitting those threes, Carrollton went cold toward the end of the half, 1 for their last 6.
Well, Woodlawn started out a little bit cold from 3-point range. They hit 3 of their first 10, then in the final 4 minutes of the first half, and Hollenkamp makes the big 3 as a momentum lift. Going in at the halftime, they make 3 out of their last 4. So the 3 ball is definitely the difference here in the first half as Woodlawn is holding on to a narrow 3-point lead.
Yeah, very well played first half, and we've got the second half and a state championship coming your way next from Peoria.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
My name is Fernanda. I'm the wife of a teacher. Budget cuts affected my husband's salary, so I'm picking up some part-time work. We're doing everything we can to make sure our kids eat today. Tomorrow, I just don't know. Fernanda, how'd I do?
Well, I usually fold the underwear first.
I meant the acting, but good to know.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Back at Carver Arena, there you get a look at the numbers from the first half. Carrollton actually shooting it better than Woodlawn, but not from three-point range, Greg.
Well, that's the difference. The three-point shot's been the difference, and Woodlawn lives out on that perimeter. When they make threes, they're tough to beat, and they make 6 of them in the first half, 6 of 14 shooting the three, so they make 3 more field goals from three-point range than what the Carrollton Hawks did. That's really been the difference here, a 3-point lead for Woodlawn.
And the Cardinals did not turn the ball over once in the first half. That's good basketball.
Against a very aggressive man-to-man defense.
A.J. Webb, baseline jumper off the mark. And the officials talk it over. It'll stay with Woodlawn.
Well, it looked like the ball may have gone off of Hateman on that play.
Woodlawn, 3rd trip to state in the last 4 years. They've gotten used to being everybody's target. Shane Witzel says every night you're going to get the best effort from everybody that you play. That's sharpened us and that's honed us. They are a finely honed, well-oiled machine here as they play in the state championship. Second time they played in the title game in the last 4 years.
Well, Woodlawn's in his zone defense. They normally play a lot of man-to-man, but just gone to zone defense in this ball game and really couldn't keep Har from taking it off the bounce and getting it on the inside. Jordan Har having a really nice ball game now with 8 points.
Shouldn't be able to do that against the zone, should you?
Not that easily.
1 point game now. Webb thought about the 3, steps in off the dribble and scores. The all-state center fielder has a knack of making big shots, according to his coach. He's made them here this weekend. 21 points yesterday for A.J. Webb, 7 in this ball game. His team back up 3.
Well, they're just collapsing that zone defense out, playing a lot around that paint area, trying to keep the basketball out of the hands of Coonrod.
Carrollton handed top-ranked Brimfield their only loss of the year in Tuesday's super sectional win at Jacksonville. Cody Kraut for 3. Just 12 of 34 behind the arc all season long, and he hits one here in the state championship to tie the game. Gabe Owens for 3. Boy, what a great shooter. 2 inches taller than he was a year ago, and still a great shooter behind the line.
Yeah, it's really about the cleanest look he's had at a 3 in this game.
Hollenkamp skies for the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Hart chasing down his shot, but Hollenkamp a good job boxing out to come away with the rebound. And you heard Coach Shane Witzel say that he's very happy with his ball club and the way they rebounded in the first half, because he knew that was a key to this ball game, how well they could get on the glass for the Carrollton Hawks.
Second foul on Jordan Har. Harlow tries to drive. It's a lot of contact. It'll be Woodlawn ball.
A lot of standing that time by Woodlawn on the offensive end. Didn't get a whole lot done.
Hollenkamp pops out open in the corner, knocks in another 3. No, it was a 2. Hollenkamp with 13 to lead the way. He leads all scorers with 13. 5-point lead for the Cardinals.
Coonrod not getting many touches now here in this third quarter.
Bucket inside for Har, and looked like Harlow got popped in the nose maybe inadvertently. That gives Har 10 points, and it cuts the lead to 3 as we take a timeout here in our 1A state championship game at Carver Arena.
How come nobody told me about all the hidden costs
of cheap insurance?
How come?
How come insurance companies tell me how much I can save
Before they even know what I need.
How come?
How come nobody asked me what my idea
of retirement is?
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning
and insurance.
I like that.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution.
Give a gift of meals to a family in need. Visit feedingamerica.org/giveameal today.
Our Realtor.com trivia question: how many total inductees from the IHSA are in the NFHS Hall of Fame? And we asked you that a little bit earlier. 23 IHSA student athletes, coaches, officials, and administrators have been inducted into the National High School Hall of Fame. So a little national recognition, a little statewide recognition for the folks from Woodlawn. They're kind of used to being here in Peoria. They can almost plan their spring break around a trip to Peoria, can't they?
Well, they brought a lot of fans here to the tournament also. It's nice to see so many people from Southern Illinois following the Woodlawn Cardinals playing here this afternoon for a state championship to bring it back to Southern Illinois.
All 4 of our semifinalists were in search of their first state title on the way here. We knew we'd crown a first-time state champion this weekend in Class 1A.
Carrollton's going to have to match up now.
Owens looking to make something happen off the dribble. Hollenkamp, nice little move. That one won't go. Owens got a hand on it. And it'll be Carrollton ball.
You know, Carrollton closed the second quarter really struggling shooting the ball, 1 of 6, but they've gotten hot here in the third quarter, 3 of 4. Here you see Owens, number 22, really going for the rebound, and he slaps it out of bounds. It'll be Carrollton's basketball. And see what Woodlawn's doing on the defensive end. Looks like it's a, they're playing. Looks like it's a soft man-to-man, and it's kind of disguised almost like it's a zone defense.
Watson pulls up. Har the follow.
See, Woodlawn just couldn't keep him off the offensive glass. Coonrod finally gets a basket here in the third quarter to help his ball club get back to within 1.
Jordan Har getting loose inside. He's got 12 points for Carrollton. Makes it a 1-point game. Cardinals have won 8 straight, 11 straight wins for Carrollton. Hollenkamp 3 for 4 behind the arc before that miss.
Well, Coonrod now with 12 rebounds in the ball game.
Har in the lane. Boy, keep losing track of him. Kraut the rebound, has it taken away. And now a foul from behind on Jordan Har will be his 3rd.
It was a battle on the inside that time.
Boy.
Those guys were really battling. Both these teams very, very physical. Jordan Har, he's very physical, 6'2", about 180, 185.
All you have to do is look at him to find out
well, he really
how he plays with that black eye.
He really gives his ball club a lift when he can throw in 12 points, and that's what he's got here on the afternoon.
Woodlawn hasn't had a field goal since the 5:05 mark. Hollenkamp, really tough shot there, forced it a bit. So it's a 3-minute dry spell and counting now for Woodlawn. Cling to a 1-point lead here. Watson for 3. Coonrod the rebound, and he scores. His father, Tim, was on the '84 Carrollton Elite 8 team that won 29 games. He's done Dad's team one better with 30 wins, looking for 31 here today.
And he's got a brother that's pitching for Southern Illinois University.
Sam Coonrod was on this Carrollton squad a year ago.
That's the pitcher at SIU.
Webb for the back cut, but Fraley was there to take it away. Quickly down the floor, trying to get it under control was Watson. He's fouled on that, and he'll go to the line.
Shot by Watson up from the outside, and guess what? Guess what? Coonrod on the offensive rebound, able to get the stick back. Nice dish that time by Fraley. Nice pickup by Watson. Then he's just hammered on the play by Hakeman, and Watson will be at the line.
Third foul on Hakeman. Duba into the lineup for Carrollton. Our first look at him today, Clay Duba, the sophomore. Tyler Watson at the line. He had 22 in the win over Metro East Lutheran. It's his first point of the game. Duba all over Gabe Owens. And a foul will go against Fraley. That's his second.
Duba, another sophomore, and they've got a freshman and they got a sophomore. These guys are going to be pretty good in the future.
A 7-0 run for Carrollton here as we are under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Really getting out and doing a much better job. Carrollton checking the three-point shooters, and as I say that, Hakeman gets a wide open look.
Kraut drives baseline. Looks like he got swatted at from behind, but he still scores. Kraut with his second field goal of the quarter.
And the rebounds are really going Carrollton's way. They're a plus 12 on the boards right now. Big difference here in the ball game.
9-0 run for the Hawks. Almost a steal by Duba. Boy, he really is a aggressive defensive player off the bench. Now a couple other players go down. Watson and Kennedy. 10 seconds. Kick out to Webb for three. No good. The dry spell continues for Woodlawn. 2 seconds. One. Watson at the buzzer. Boy, didn't miss it by a lot. Strong run to the wire here in the third quarter for Carrollton. A 9-0 run, and they take a 4-point lead on A.J. Webb and Carrollton. Kraut with the outside shot.
And so, after due deliberation and much hard work on the part of both agencies, we've decided to award the contract to Abercrombie and Teetweiler.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Bad call, jeez.
This is pathetic!
Those ads went out with dancing cigarettes. What are you, blind? What are you, deaf? What are you, out of your mind? Fix.
Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Entertaining state championship game in Class 1A here at Carver Arena. Matt Rodewald with you. Carrollton with a 4-point lead thanks to 14 points behind Joey Coonrod. You know, these two teams are going to celebrate, and so here's your information on that. If you're interested in either one of the schools, 2 o'clock Sunday, both schools. Each school is going to have their own celebration in their gym They're about 120 miles apart, so you won't be able to go to both, Lee. Sorry.
Even with the jet?
Not with Mr. Peoria's jet, no.
Carrollton on a nice run. They closed the third quarter on a 9-0 run, and Woodlawn was only 1 of 5 shooting a 3 in the third quarter.
Woodlawn has went the last 5:05 without a point. So it's a 5-minute plus scoring drought for the Cardinals, and Carrollton is taking advantage to build a 4-point lead here as we open the fourth quarter. 1A state championship action coming your way from Carver Arena in downtown Peoria. Lee Hall, Greg Sterick, Matt Rodewald. 2A state championship action coming your way tonight. Will tip off at 6:30, and then the championship game, Breeze Central and U-High from nearby Normal.
Carrollton, a nice job turning over their offense. A lot of down screens, a lot of down picks, and they try and take you off the bounce.
Watson at the free throw line. He traveled, or was he fouled? He was fouled. Reach in on Woodlawn. Just the second team foul on Woodlawn here in the second half.
Yeah, Watson a nice job there, taking it off the bounce, and Kennedy picked up the personal foul. Don't think that's who Watson wanted to pass the ball to, do you? For some reason, I don't think he wanted to throw it to the coach.
He was open yesterday, too.
7 turnovers now for Carrollton. Only 1 turnover in the ball game for Woodlawn.
And he's wearing home white, too, so it's hard to tell. You know, you guys see a guy open in white, you throw him the ball. Gabe Owens for 3. Kind of a quiet day for Gabe Owens, but that's his second 3 of the game. He makes it a 1-point game.
Oh, a huge basket that time by Gabe Owens.
Coonrod looks inside. Kraut, reverse, doesn't go. What, Kennedy? Real nice rebound by Matt Kennedy, the 6-foot junior there.
See if they can run Gabe Owens along that baseline area.
Kennedy a nice rebound, then he gets whistled for the 5-second call at the other end. Jordan Haar comes back in for Carrollton. This Carrollton team had a close call against Franklin in the sectional semifinal. They got down 20 points at halftime. Franklin draining all kinds of threes. Took double overtime for the Hawks to avoid an upset loss there, and they rode it all the way to the state championship game from that near tragic exit for Carrollton. Webb the foul there.
Yeah, he reached behind Coonrod, beat him off of the dribble, then he reached, trying to make up, and reached with his hands instead of moving his feet, and picked up the personal foul.
Seven members of this Hawks basketball team won a state championship game in baseball as Kraut. If he was playing third base as he does on the baseball team, that'd be an E5.
It looked like Carrollton's kind of quit attacking, haven't they, on the offensive end? Coonrod with only 1 basket here, and they really kind of quit attacking, kind of watching that clock, trying to run a lot of clock instead of attacking. I believe it's a little bit early in the fourth quarter to quit attacking, especially when you only have a 1-point lead.
Woodlawn went through a 5-minute plus dry spell. Carrollton now suffering through one. Coonrod whistled for the foul as he tried to blow through a pick.
Well, Kennedy's a very aggressive player. He goes and sets that pick, and Coonrod says it'll be easier to go through it than around it, and picked up his second personal foul.
All Joey Coonrod did for the football team last fall was play quarterback, running back, linebacker, D-line, and safety. So he's not afraid of a little contact. Owen's way off on that
3. Coonrod's got 14 points and 14 rebounds in this ball game.
Well, and I just mentioned what he did with the football team. He's kind of like that in basketball too, Greg. He does so many different things. He can score inside, he can score outside, he rebounds for you, he can bring the ball up.
He passes it pretty well, guards well. Pretty complete player.
Oh, and he hit .527 and was the winning pitcher in the state baseball title game too. Owens for three. Now he's feeling it.
And Owens now in the ballgame starting to look for his shot, too. That's back-to-back three-point shots by Gabe Owens.
Woodlawn back on top. All three of his threes here in the second half. Palin, the freshman, strong to the hoop. And Hollenkamp with the board. His 8th rebound of the game. Just about what we expected in our 1A state championship game, Greg.
Yeah, the ball club's very, very evenly matched. The perimeter ball club, Woodlawn, and they're making threes, especially here late. Back-to-back threes by Gabe Owens to give his ball club a 43-41 lead.
So that big rebound edge, and the edge in threes goes to Gabe Owens and the Cardinals as well. They lead it by 2.
How come insurance companies tell me I can save like 40%?
Before they even know what I need.
How come my company never asked me
My idea of financial security.
How come nobody gives me a financial plan? I can understand.
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning and insurance.
Yeah.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. Now, we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm going to feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Back at Carver Arena, hard-fought third-place game in 1A. Illini Central came out on top. We got another hard-fought game right here. Woodlawn leading Carrollton with 4:23 left in our 1A state championship game. More of America's original March Madness tonight. Seton Academy and Rockford Lutheran tip it off, followed by Breeze Central and U-High for the state championship in Class 2A. The Pioneers out of Normal. 7 lead changes, 2 ties in this game, Greg. We were just talking about that before the break about what a hard-fought, close game this was.
Carrollton's got Duba back in the ball game strictly because of his defense and his quickness out on the perimeter.
Takes it away. Kennedy gets it back, can't control, goes to the floor to get it. Timeout Shane Witzel as Kennedy went to the floor to take it back after Clay Duba took it away from him.
Well, a big play that time by Kennedy, really getting after the basketball. Looked like they were going to get it easy. Duba just slaps it away from Kennedy. He stays with it nicely, gets down, kind of a scrum down on the floor a little bit. And Kennedy comes up, and a good quick timeout, too, by head coach Shane Witzel. Saw that he's about to lose the basketball. We're down under 4 minutes here in this ball game. And
here's a look at Gabe Owens. We've seen him here since he was a freshman. Won the three-point shootout. He is on target from 3 here in the second half, hitting all of his threes after halftime.
Well, he's hit back-to-back threes, so he's been huge and very excited after he knocked down that three-point shot. Woodlawn's made 9 of 22. A good look there at Gabe Owens. He continues to get better every year. He's grown about 2 inches since we saw him here in the state finals a year ago. A tremendous shooter from the outside. Assistant coach of the Woodlawn Cardinals is his father, Scott.
His dad graduated from Woodlawn in '86, played ball at Wash U. Gabe, but not only is he a good shooter, it's such you know, this game will wear you out. You know, I mean, it's tough to. Even as exciting as it is, sometimes it's hard to stay awake for.
I know. I've had to wake you up on 2 or 3 occasions here this afternoon. Don't go to sleep for the final 3:50, please. It's a 2-point ball game. Woodlawn up 43-41. Got to have a little fun, huh?
Back of my head sore from being slapped. Hickman can't get that one to rattle in.
Coonrod's got to find a shot here. He's got to find some way to get a basket, either take it off of the bounce or pull up and hit that jumper.
Coonrod can't get the bounce that time. Hollenkamp got a hand on it, and Hateman picks it up. The other thing I was going to say about Gabe Owens real quick as he brings it up, he made it to sectionals in golf, so he's a good all-around athlete. But he can hit it about 300 yards with all that long, lanky frame. That's a three. Here comes Fraley. Ahead of the pack and scores.
How'd he do it, Lee? He beat everybody down the floor with his quickness off of a bounce. Big basket for Fraley.
That's a home run ball. By the way, he had a home run in the state championship game. 4 of 8 in the tournament. Home run, 4 RBIs. He's looking for another state title here as he ties the game.
Shot goes up by Gabe Owens, and it's a long rebound off the three. But Fraley looks like he's just kind of picking his spots. Slips between two Woodlawn defenders. Strong to the glass. The little guy at 5'6". A big basket to tie the ball game.
Got that aerodynamic hairstyle too, that faux hawk. Not slowing him down any. 2:25 left in this one. Nothing decided yet. 43 all.
Hey, time out.
Watson tied up.
That's going to be a foul.
It'll be a foul call against Woodlawn. Fouls on Owens. Second on him.
Not in the bonus situation right there. Watson on the drive, and then Owens reaches in and picks up the foul. There's a real tangle there on that play with A.J. Webb and Joey Coonrod. And the foul's going to go on A.J. Webb.
It's his third. We'll reload, and Carrollton ball again.
You know, guys got to want to pull the trigger now at that 2-minute mark with the ball game tied.
What a spin move by Har. Thought it would stay up there forever. And we got a foul on the floor, and it's another foul against Woodlawn. This one against Owens will be his third.
Watch Jordan Har just attack rim on that play. Gets it up on the window and hangs around. You think, is this thing going to fall in? No, it's going to fall off. And then who else but Coonrod cleans it up. Then on the baseline, Coonrod gets a basket.
Coonrod with 16. Carrollton back out in front by a bucket. And a timeout for Shane Witzel. He wants to talk it over. (45-43), Carrollton the lead. Woodlawn down now to its last timeout. 3 timeouts left for Carrollton.
Well, when Carrollton needs baskets, somehow Joey Coonrod always finds a way, doesn't he, Lee, to find a basket. In yesterday's ball game, he made big free throws and baskets right at the end of the ball game, and he just made a huge basket for his ball club to give him a 2-point lead.
They're going to be gambling when we've got the lead in the ball. They're going to be gambling, so make sure you're in the eye.
Nothing decided yet. Nerves frayed in the stands. And you look at Shane Witzel. He's been part of every post-game success in Woodlawn history. 2 regional championships as a player, 5 regionals, 4 sectionals, 3 supers, and now a 3rd trophy here at state as the head coach of the Cardinals.
3rd place finish last year. They beat Deermack, right? The 3rd place game a year ago.
In the 3rd place game a year ago. Lost to Macon Meridian in the championship game in 2009. They trail it here by 2. Christian Hollenkamp just 2 points second half. A minute 31 left. Will regulation be enough to decide this, or will we need overtime?
Carrollton still out in that aggressive man-to-man defense. Hard chasing Owens all over the floor.
Owens gets an open look. Can't convert it. Here comes Carrollton with the ball and a 2-point lead.
Good job by Coonrod to close out on the three-point shooter, Gabe Owens.
Carrollton won't be in too big a hurry here, you wouldn't think. Under a minute to go now. Hard drives. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. Gets hit in his right eye, the eye that he got conked in Tuesday. Black eye there.
Jordan Haar is so good taking the ball off the bounce. A spin move there. Gets it in his left hand. Looking to dish on that play. Wanted to get the ball inside to Palin. But it'll be a one-on-one opportunity for Jordan Haar at the charity stripe.
Haar's a 33%, or check that, 63% free thrower. That's his first attempt of the day.
Big miss right there.
Woodlawn down 2. Hollenkamp, tough shot. Palin got the rebound and he's fouled.
Still all going to be, to nail this thing down, somebody's going to make some free throws. Watch Hollenkamp. Did he get a bump right there? May have gotten a bump from Coonrod when he went up to shoot the ball. No call on the play. And the freshman Palin able to slip in and clean up a rebound. And in the rebound game right now, Carrollton's a plus 16 on the boards. Plus 16.
Palin, just a freshman. He grew up playing with older kids. His older brother, a member of this team last year, Ryan Palin. So this is nothing new for him, but he can't convert the free throw. Woodlawn wants a better shot than the last one they got. Hollenkamp forced that one. Down 2. Webb for 3 in the lead. A.J. Webb makes it a 1-point Woodlawn lead. Carrollton's got timeouts if they want them. Coonrod for the lead. Bounces out, Webb the rebound. And he's fouled, and it'll be free throws for A.J. Webb.
What a huge basket by A.J. Webb. Just another 3. A.J. Webb, the smooth lefty from out on the perimeter. Owens with the pass. There's A.J. Webb, the high archer. Nothing but net to give his ball club a 1-point lead. A great shot by A.J. Webb. Gabe Owens with the pass. There's Webb. Net. Could be the game winner.
Shane Witzel told us earlier this week, A.J. Webb has a knack of making big shots. Boy, was he prophetic with that statement. A.J. Webb now in double figures with 10 points. His second 3 of the day gives Woodlawn a 1-point lead. With 3 seconds left, it won't be free throws for Woodlawn. They will inbounds 94 feet from their basket. Yeah, here's another look.
Yeah, good find that time by Gabe Owens, and he's able to find A.J. Webb out on the perimeter. And Webb's thinking about it. And you know that old saying, you can never make a big shot if you're afraid to take a big shot. And A.J. Webb pulled the trigger and gets the shot to go to give his ball club a 1-point lead.
Well, and Shane Witzel talked about big games and big game pressure earlier this week. He said, you know, you want them to experience the hype and have the fun leading up to the game, but once the game starts, you've got to keep your composure. And A.J. Webb, calm, cool, and collected behind the line there.
Nothing but net. I mean, he just knocked it down. He's really worked on his shooting from a year ago. He's a guy that averages 11 points per ball game. Was tremendous in their win yesterday with 21 points. And what a shot by A.J. Webb. And if the Carrollton Hawks aren't able to get anything done on this last possession, they're going to point to that free throw line to the last 2 free throws that they missed. And the ball's going to belong to Woodlawn, so it's going to have to be hopefully a steal or a quick foul.
Carrollton able to make something happen in the final minute yesterday as they trailed. Can they do it again? Inbounds to Hollenkamp. He's fouled immediately, and he'll shoot free throws at the other end.
Oh, a nice, well-executed inbounds play by Woodlawn to get the ball in. They get the ball into to Hollenkamp, and it will be a free throw shooting opportunity.
Jeff Crumweedy will call timeout. We try and freeze Christian Hollenkamp a little bit here. That's the thinking anyway. Carrollton's got 2 timeouts left. You can't save them or take them to overtime if there is an overtime. So
no, we talked about the 3-point shot and Woodlawn being a perimeter ball club, and in the third quarter they were having trouble shooting the 3. They were only 1 of 5. They were 6 of 14 at the intermission, and all of a sudden now Woodlawn 10 of 25 shooting the 3. So 30 points have come from behind the line, and so they make 10 threes, and Carrollton with only 4 threes in the ball game. So a huge difference right there in the ball game, and Woodlawn is knocking on the door for a state championship.
2.1 seconds left. It's Hollenkamp at the line. Coming up tonight, Rockford Lutheran, Seton Academy tips off our 2A tournament coverage tonight here on the IHSA TV network. And then it's the U-High Pioneers playing for the state title, taking on Breeze Central.
Yeah, I think Hollenkamp will be at the line. I don't think Woodlawn's going to put anybody up on the line. They'll back everybody off. And Hollenkamp with an opportunity at the line. Woodlawn definitely doesn't want to do anything silly like foul on a free throw opportunity. So Shane Witzel's got everybody back off the line. Hollenkamp knocks down the free throw.
70% free thrower.
Woodlawn starting to celebrate just a little bit, but there's still 2 and 1/10 seconds left. And he makes them both.
They can do no worse than overtime. Crumweedy calls timeout. So it's a 3-point lead now. Hollenkamp with 15 points. I say they could do no worse than overtime, but I guess if you threw in a 3 at the buzzer and got fouled, you could win on a 4-point play. I've never seen that.
I've seen 4-point plays, though. I've seen many of 4-point plays, but not at the buzzer.
Not at the buzzer.
Not at the buzzer. I've seen 4-point plays, but when you look back late in this ball game, gosh, how huge were the shots by Gabe Owens? The 2 threes that he made back to back. It was a 4-point lead for Carrollton at 41-37, and that's when Owens buried his first 3 to get him back to 1. And then he hits another 3 for his 11th point on the afternoon to give his ball club a 43-41 lead with 4:23 to go. And then it was kind of seesaw, didn't it, late in the ball game?
4 different players have hit 3-pointers for Woodlawn in this game. Let's go to Matt Rodewald quickly.
You know, the timeout before this, Lee, Jeff Crumweedy said, if you've ever dreamed of winning or sending a game into overtime on a half-court shot, here's your chance. They're not going to call a timeout, though, when they get it at half-court. Looks like this is going to be the play.
Christian Hollenkamp, 6'5", will guard the inbounds play. Here's the heave. Carr got a hand on it. They call it jump ball. The possession arrow points to Woodlawn. Does it not?
It's a home run pass, and the baseball player Coonrod threw that long pass, and then everybody went up to try and grab the basketball, and Woodlawn was able to tie him up, and the possession arrow belongs to Woodlawn. 1 and 1 seconds to go.
They inbounds. Hickman hangs on, and so does Woodlawn. The Cardinals finish on a 5-0 run to win their first state championship. And Carrollton can only look on. Well, it was everything we expected, and then some.
Oh, it was a great ball game. Woodlawn and both Carrollton, both these teams are very, very solid, very well coached basketball teams, and Woodlawn just made 3-point shots. That was the difference late in the ball game, and Carrollton had opportunities. Har and Palin both had opportunities at the free throw line.
Hateman hung on long enough, and the Cardinals celebrate their first state championship. Second in 09. And Shane Witzel talked about his 2010 team and how they after they made it to state and finished second, they pressed. You know, they pressed themselves. There was a lot of pressure internally among the players. They lost a couple of games. He thought that helped them. They didn't make it back to state, but he thought that helped his team. Last year they get here, they lose their semifinal game and win the third-place trophy, and now here they are back and win a state championship.
Well, very deserving of the state championship. The community deserves it. It's a tremendous program. A lot of tradition at Woodlawn about their basketball and their sports programs. Shane Witzel has been a very, very big part of it. He's been a player there. He's in their Hall of Fame, just like his assistant coach. And last year when they made the trip to Peoria, just did not play well in the first ball game. They responded to win third place, and then the dream of winning a state championship. It's happened right here at Carver Arena. The Woodlawn Cardinals, state champions.
Very emotional Gabe Owens. We've known him since he was a freshman, and he showed a lot of guts as a freshman, winning the three-point championship. And boy, a lot of intestinal fortitude out there today. A.J. Webb, the game winner, and Woodlawn celebrates a state championship. Let's go to Paul Herzog.
2012, the Class 1A basketball tournament. Presenting medallions to members of the Illinois High School Board of Directors attending today's game. They are Dr. Michael Gardner from Frankfort Lincoln Way North, representing Division III. James Boyd, Port Byron Riverdale, Division IV. Ron Connor, Clinton, Division V. Dr. Chuck Nagel, East Peoria, Division VI. Jim Woodward, Anna Jonesboro, Division VII. And Greg Bradley, Mount Zion, the treasurer. Presenting medallions will be Greg Bradley, assisted by Dr. Michael Gardner. Meet the Hawks of Carrollton in second place, 1A, a record of 30-5. Let's meet the superintendent of Carrollton, Dr. Elizabeth Kressler. Principal, Dr. Craig Garber. Athletic Director, Greg Holman.
Great job. Thank you.
Trainer, Chris Swiderski. Head coach, Jeff Crumweedy. Assistant coach, Brian Diskin. Assistant coach, Blaine Hartwick. Manager, Matthew Pond. Scorekeeper, Colette Shade. And now the Hawks, number 5, Jacob Smith. Number 10, Tanner Crumweedy. Number 14, Ethan Fry. 15, Jordan Haar. 23, Luke Palin. 24, Mike Fraley. 25, Tyler Watson. 30, Cody Leonard. 32, Clay Duba. 33, Matthew Henson. 41, Joey Coonrod. And 43, Cody Kraut. The Carrollton Hawks, second place, a record of 30-5. Presenting the medallions will be Jim Woodward, assisted by Ron Connor. Let's meet the Cardinals of Woodlawn. First place, a record of 29-5. The Superintendent, Alan Estes. Principal, David Larkin. Athletic Director and Head Coach, Shane Witzel.
That's right.
Scorekeeper, Wayne Braddock. Assistant Coach, Scott Owens. Manager, Vincent Malley. Manager, Randy Garber. Now the Cardinals, number 10, Ryan Richardson. 11, Matt Kennedy. Number 12, Logan Wallerman. 14, Ty Coleman. 15, A.J. Webb. 21, Brendan Peterson. 22, Gabe Owens. 24, Chase Phelps. 25, Logan Isaac. 30, Christian Hollenkamp. 31, Jason Hateman. 33, Chris Harlow. 35, Jake Robinson. And 40, Bryson Sanders. Presenting the trophy for fourth place will be James Boyd. At this time will Coach Crumreedy and the captains of Carrollton step forward and receive the second place trophy. 2012, a record of 30-5. Congratulations. Making the presentation of the championship trophy will be Dr. Chuck Nagel. Will the Coach Witzel and captains of Woodlawn step forward and receive the first place trophy, 2012.
Great job.
1A. Congratulations to the Cardinals, a record of 29-5.
So 3 returning starters for Woodlawn, and the 10th ranked Cardinals pick up their 29th win in their first ever state championship. All right, let's join Matt Rodewald. He caught up with Shane Witzel just moments ago.
Shane Witzel finally gets a state championship. He's been there a couple of times, but on the doorstep before you get the title now.
Yeah, I just want to give all the praise and glory to God, and this is a great group of guys, and I've been extraordinarily blessed. And A.J. Webb's shot there at the end was huge. Great execution at the end to prevent them from giving them a chance to tie the game. And just got a great group of guys that are team chemistry, and they're concerned about each other. They're great teammates, and just an extraordinarily win.
Walk me through that final play in the last 30 seconds, down by 2, and A.J. goes for the 3.
You mean the one he made?
Yeah, the one he hit.
Yeah, we tried to run a quick hitter to get an open look, and it got a busted play because they guarded it pretty well. AJ's not afraid to take big shots, and obviously that was a huge one that he made there to give us the lead and the state championship.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You've been here before, almost got it. You won on Saturday. This win is a little bit sweeter than that.
Definitely so.
All right, congratulations. Shane Witzel, his first state championship for Woodlawn. They take home their first place trophy.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Well, Greg Sterick, you talked in the pregame about three-point shooting. Woodlawn got it, and none bigger than that one with 17 seconds left by A.J. Webb.
Well, A.J. Webb hit a big shot, and I've always said you got to want to take a big shot to make a big shot. A.J. Webb stepped up and just buried the three-point shot and really helped the Cardinals go on to win a state championship. But let's don't lose sight of the fact the way that Joey Coonrod played in the ball game also. He was tremendous for Carrollton in the ball game. He was able to get 16 points in the ball game, had 17 rebounds in the ball game. So Woodlawn, the state champion, Carrollton finishes second, and the fourth place game was a good ball game also, as Illini Central was the winner in that ball game over North Shore. This was a good tournament this year, tremendous tournament, and I think we have a tremendous champion in the Woodlawn Cardinals.
Our congratulations to Jeff Crumweedy and the Carrollton Hawks. 30-win season for them and a second-place trophy. And there you get a look at the Woodlawn Cardinals. Their third trophy in the last 4 seasons. A second, a third, and this one, the state championship for Shane Witzel and the Woodlawn Cardinals. Hope you've enjoyed it here from Peoria. For Greg Sterick, Matt Rodewald, and our fantastic crew here in Peoria, I'm Lee Hall. Stick around for state championship action tipping off tonight at 6:30. And we're back with you here next week from Peoria in Carver Arena. So long.
Illinois High School Association Class 1A state champion, Woodlawn Cardinals. Head coach Shane Witzel has brought with him senior guard number 15, A.J. Webb, junior guard number 22, Gabe Owens, senior forward number 30, Christian Hollenkamp. Coach, and also number
22 here.
22 just walked in, 33, junior forward Chris Harlow. Coach, congratulations on being the state champions.
Thank you very much.
First off, AJ, what was going through your head when you're going on
Thanks, sir.
that shot?
I just seen separation between me and my defender, and it was an open shot, so I took it and shot it with confidence.
Well, Coach, were you trying for a three-point shot down the stretch, or were you just
I mean, we got some good three-point shooters, and that's one of the strengths of this team, is we got some guys that are capable of shooting the shot, and we try to utilize that to our strength. But obviously, if something else makes itself available, then we'll take it. And we ran a different quick hitter for that. They did a good job of taking Gabe away, but sometimes good defense teams try to do that, and players have to make plays. And AJ's been doing that all year long. It's just the stage, the circumstances. Was a huge shot. He got a good, clean look at it, and he knocked it down. He's got a lot of guts, and he's willing to take that shot. And can't be more pleased for him and the rest of these guys sitting here with me.
Coach, you guys really struggled in the second half offensively on a long stretch without a point. The rookie gave in those 2 threes to start the fourth quarter. I mean, that was huge for you. I mean, it really kept getting involved in the place.
Yeah, the good thing is they weren't scoring either. And a lot of that has to do with our defense. And that's the thing that we impress upon our players. The defense doesn't have slumps. I did feel like we got some decent looks, as good as you're going to get in a state championship game, and we missed them, and that's all part of it. But we were mentally tough enough to get stops down on our end, and we kept plugging away, and finally got him freed up where he got a couple good shots there, and he's hit a lot of big shots for us along with Christian here, and that's part of what makes us successful. But at the same time, you have to have your other players doing their part. And with Chris Harlow and Jason Hateman and Matt Kennedy gave us some great minutes off the bench. They hit some big shots in there as well. And with the way they were guarding us, we needed to try to take advantage of the fact that they were trying to switch off and double team those guys whenever they were getting freed up off the screens.
You mentioned Matt Kennedy. Just talk about the job he did. I mean, defensively, rebounding, you really stepped up for him today.
Yeah, he's coming along. I mean, he's a good athlete, and with the exception of AJ, he's one of the better athletes on our team, and mentally he's gotten better as far as what we want to do on both ends of the ball. And he came in tonight and played some big minutes for us, and he's progressively got better as the seasons went along, and he gave us some very valuable in the minutes when Hateman picked up a couple of quick fouls there. And that's what you need. You need a little depth off your bench, and he stepped into that role, and he's done a good job for us.
It was fun. I really like.
You like that style of thing?
No, not really. But I'll take whatever I can get.
and got a lot of guys freed me up in that first half, getting some open shots, and that their defense was good. We just hit most of our shots.
Can you talk about Cooper as an asset there? You said he rebounds.
Well, yeah, he's a good player. He's a special kind of player, and that's what you expect to get to this level. Is you have to have some players that are willing to make plays and that can dominate on both ends of the floor. And I felt like he made some shots early that he's not normally accustomed to. A couple of those were deep. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of three-pointers for the season, and he started off hot and he cooled off a little there late. But all good players come back, and he battled back and gave his team a chance to win. So he's an outstanding player. But we got a pretty good defender guarding him, and he's given up a little bit of size, but this kid's got a lot of heart, and he's battled some good players this season.
Can you explain your run the last 4 or 5 years and how it culminated into today?
Every season's different. Every team is different. As a coach, it's your job to try to utilize those strengths and those weaknesses, and you just want every team to have the best experience that they can, because you only get to play this kid's game so long, and you want them to have a good experience, and not very many teams get to finish in this regard. And I'm happy for the other teams, and that's your goal each and every season, is to become the best team you can become, and try to get as deep as you can. But these guys made it as far as you can get there, and I can't be more pleased for them.
Coach, what does this feel like? You got the second, you got the third up here. What does it mean to now be the state champions of the whole thing?
I don't know. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. I've always had a lot of faith and confidence in these guys, and they're a great group. And the one thing we talked even last summer, and even at the start of the season, that I recognized was the camaraderie amongst these guys. Their chemistry is good. That's not something that you can actually teach. Their willingness to help each other out. They're extremely smart basketball players, and if you could have been in our huddles whenever we were talking, there's some give and take in there. There's a lot of communication between us. They trust each other to make the right decision. They trust us as coaches, myself and Coach Owens. They trust us, but we made some great adjustments, and that's one of the things we always talk about in games, is there's a lot of adjustments to be made, and we did some things that we did on the fly, and they really didn't back down from the situation. They never really lost their cool. They were locked in the timeouts, and even there at the end, we hadn't been in that situation where we went for the home run ball with 3 seconds. I can't say that's necessarily something I was in favor of, but right off the get-go, Gabe was calling for it. And it's a smart play, and that's the kind of players that we have. In this situation, I'm not more of a gambler. I'd like to get my 88-90% free throw shooter at the line, but also with 3 seconds, we felt confident with AJ going long that if we got the ball down to that end of the court, they would have a hard time getting back. And that was a great example of execution and teamwork amongst these guys.
AJ, just talk a little bit about senior year, walking off the court, taking off that foot on your court with the win and everything. Just talk about that.
Coming out with a win feels great, especially to win the state championship. I wouldn't have ever thought of it at the beginning of my high school career, but now I guess it's happened.
When you left, you on the three-pointer, did you know it was good? Feel good?
It felt good.
One of the things we talk about in practice a lot, with a lot of our shooters, in particular him, is shooting in rhythm. When he gets his shot in rhythm, he's a confident shooter, and a lot of shooters are that way. So that when he says that, he means that. It's something we had talked about, and knowing the difference between. How about some more questions for these guys?
Hey, Chris.
They get tired of me talking.
It looked like early on that they were really concentrating and not letting Webb and Hollycamp and Owen shoot the ball. They pretty much let you and Aitman kind of let you go free a little bit on the outside. Just talking about your approach to this game and everything.
I've kind of been expecting that to come at least once this year with them being such great scorers, and Jason really stepped up and made some big shots for us, those 2 threes before the half, and it was nice to get our shots, I guess, but we still wanted to get them touches before we just jacked up a shot.
What's it mean kind of playing with this group here? I mean, that's just the young guy and everything.
Oh, it's so great. They know so much from being here last year. I was just a sub coming in, but they started, and they were able to provide some leadership for me and Jason and Matt. And great group of guys. I'm glad to be a part of it with them.
How does that feel to kind of transition from that substitute role to the starting lineup and contribute a little bit more this year?
Last year, you kind of come up here and as a starter, you try to focus on got to be ready for the game, got to be ready for the game. And last year was more, I'm in Peoria. It's all excitement, and you don't really think about the game until you get there. But we roomed together, and it was able to make sure that every starter was focused coming in, and it really helped out a lot.
One more question.
What's this been like for you? Obviously, being a part of the family aspect of the team, but having your dad there as well as an assistant coach.
Yeah, it's just a great accomplishment, both just for my dad and for me. And we've always came here since I was a little kid. And it's just amazing now, just the feeling that I was the one out on the court winning, and my dad was assistant coach. And I also want to just congratulate AJ and Christian because they were both seniors on this team, and it's the first time any seniors for Woodlawn have won their last 2 games for Woodlawn. So that's just I'm sure it's a great feeling for them. I hope Christopher and I both get the opportunity to do that next year, and it's just an amazing feeling right now just being the state champions.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, fellas. Congratulations on a great season.
Yeah. Hey, make sure not to take the one under it.
What? Said you got it. Glad you got it.
Oh yeah. It's exciting. I told Chris.
Thanks.
Yeah. Joey here and coaching
We now have with us the Carrollton Hawks and their coach, Jeff Crumweedy. He's brought with him senior guard number 41, Joey Coonrod, and senior forward number 43, Cody Kraut. Coach, give us your thoughts on the ball game, then you'll take some questions.
I thought it was a worthy championship game. I hope for everyone that saw it and was involved. I thought it was a very good ball game, and I don't know what the biggest lead either team had, but it wasn't much, and seesawed a little bit there, and they really stepped up and made some big shots and couldn't stop that barrage of 3-pointers. And let's give credit to them because most of them were pretty well guarded, and they're just a tremendous outside shooting team, and they were able to beat us at their game. And I thought we did a nice job of hanging with them. We had a great opportunity with our free throws at the end, and even our last shot, was a shot that I felt like was a good shot opportunity. So we've certainly got nothing to be ashamed of. I thought we played very well, and I'm very proud of the guys, and we'll get over the disappointment of the final score and start to realize the history that our program was able to make this weekend up here because of the kids that I've had the opportunity to work with, including these 2 guys here. Well, let's not forget, I didn't. Most of the time, I know everyone's name, their middle name, and what their birthday is, and which direction they're going to dribble. But we don't have a lot of time to prepare, so I can't tell you the name of number 31 that hit the 2 threes in the first half. We just called him 31 in our pregame, and those were 2 big shots that I hope folks don't overlook because I feel good for that young man because of the fact that we were so focused on the other 2 or 3. He got an opportunity. We went to our triangle and 2 there, which has been a successful thing for us in the past, and he hit a couple big ones, and so those shots are something I'm sure he's going to remember for a long time.
Joey's talking about Joey's state record for the final game of rebounds.
Say it again.
State record for final game
Yeah. Joe DiMaggio streaks lasted a long time. How many was it? 17? That's outstanding. He does that a lot, you know, and doesn't surprise me. But I'm glad that he can leave his name in these record books up here. That's fantastic.
Can we talk about that last shot? Yesterday, you hit the free throw that kind of rings around and falls. Today, that last shot rings in and it falls out.
Yeah, whenever it left my hand, I thought it was going in, but it just didn't bounce our way this time.
So you had 12 points in the first half and 4 in the second half. What's there kind of a difference there between the halves?
I thought they stepped up their defensive pressure a lot better in the second half, because in the first half I had some wide open looks there, and they just did a nice job of stepping up their defense.
You have to close the third quarter with a 9-0 run, followed by 4. Then open the fourth quarter, you guys had 5 minutes without basket. Is that the difference there in the fourth quarter? You guys could score and make some turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, that was a stretch. Both teams had their stretches of good and bad, and we had a tough one there during that stretch. But overall, like I said, I thought we played very well. And, you know, the folks that have seen us play all year long probably testament to that. I thought this was one of the better games we played, mixing offense and defense. And we only scored, 45 points? I mean, that's not an offensive explosion, but I thought we executed pretty well in most cases. And just, like I said, it came down to a couple front ends. And you don't want to focus final results on any 1 or 2 plays, because there were a lot of them. But the reason we're here is because we've shot free throws so well, closing out games. And this time we just, what did we finish on the 5 for 8? And, you know, if you'd have told me we only shot 8 free throws, then I'd have said we're probably going to be in trouble, because to offset their 3-point barrage, we had to score from the line. And I see we outscored them 5-4 at the line, and that's something that we'll look at that should have been better, and it would have been a lot better if we'd have made both of those free throws on those 2 occasions. But certainly not going to point fingers or try to analyze 1 or 2 things that made a difference, because it was every play. You know, these guys know I give them a poem. We talk about it all the time, about how each possession can be very important, and every possession, I think, in this ball game is one that people will look back on that really could have tipped things one way or the other.
You rebounded them to 35-21 and outscored 22-point paint. You've been strong inside all year.
Yeah, I was really proud of that. And again, it was 2 separate game plans going in, and one of their 2s I remember was when both of our defenders chased out on, I think it was Hollenkamp in the corner, and we left the slip open, and they were able to get an easy layup, and one of their very few 2-pointers. But they executed their game, which was to shoot the 3, and we did ours. And it just, again, came down to a couple whistles here and there, a couple free throws here and there that really made the difference, all the way down to the rattle in and out, and really all the way down to the long pass we had where we still had a timeout left, that Jordan, you know, jumps up. It's a contest to catch that thing, and we're going to get a timeout the moment he catches it. And then we're going to have an inbounds play with you know, maybe 1.7 or 1.8, and it's so close that it ends up being called a held ball, and of course the arrow's in their favor. That arrow is in our favor at that point. I think we got a pretty good chance of getting a shot off. So there's just so many things you can look at.
Don't want to go over on you, but talk about the seniors and, you know, what's going to be like about those guys and where the program goes from here.
Well, I told them when they were putting their uniform on today, I don't know if they were thinking about it, but I said, you know, no senior at Carrollton High School has ever known when he was putting it on for the last time. And what a great accomplishment that they knew that when they were putting it on. It was their last time they were going to wear it. We try to tell kids, you know, you play every game like it's your last. You never know what's going to happen. Today they knew it, and I thought they did what they needed to do when they did it. And so having them move on will be no harder than having all the ones that we've had in the past. And you saw probably I had all the guys that I've had in my 18 years at Carrollton that were here today. There was quite a group of them. Came down before the game. We got a picture, and those guys all went through the same disappointment that these guys have gone through, and we had to move on and continue. And that's what we've done over 18 years, is reload, and we'll reload, and these guys will go on to very successful lives after high school, and being a part of our team, I hope, is part of that success that they're going to have.
One more question.
It's
You know, it's great playing here, making it this far, the farthest any team's ever been in boys basketball history at Carrollton. And, you know, we'd like to come back with first place, but it is what it is. And we got second. Yeah, it was a great season.
Yeah, I mean, I've had an incredible experience here and one we'll never forget. And it's a little disappointing right now, but later on, we'll look back and be excited and proud of what we've done.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, fellas. Congratulations on a great season.